Hey guys, here today to do Hunter x Hunter 2011 episode 147 review, and to my knowledge there's only one more episode of Hunter x Hunter 2011 left before it will be a series finale of sorts. But seeing as though the manga is ongoing, even though Togashi is on hiatus currently, the series is not completed, so it's ongoing. In the future there will probably be another remake of the manga and we get the anime at some point, but that's probably way out in the future, because at this point where the manga is, it's not that far along from where the anime has caught up in terms of the overall story. But just one more episode left of Hunter x Hunter 2011, and it's been a really amazing series thus far, right? A really amazing series. I'm glad I really picked up this series because I heard everyone talking about it and I wanted a new series to pick up, so I began reading the manga, and then at some point I began watching the anime. So that's how I got into Hunter x Hunter, and it's been an amazing series thus far. But more along the lines of this episode of Hunter x Hunter, we see basically the ends, the story ends of sorts being tied up. We see Gon finally return to Kite at the very beginning of this episode, right? We see this chimera ant in the form of a koala bear, and he was talking to this red-haired girl, right? We didn't have an idea of what the hell was going on at first, but this person, he began to explain his life, how before as a human he was a killer. He normally killed people, and it's ironic in this situation that he's talking to this girl that he actually killed as well, because I guess out in the natural preserve area where the people normally lived, out in a country area of sorts, the chimera ants, they were running up the humans to take to the ant queen to be eaten so that they could make them into soldiers, right? Well, him being a killer, and it's not very common for the chimera ants to remember their past. There's only very few of them that do remember their past as humans. He remembered his past as humans, and he saw this red-haired girl running away from him, and so he didn't want her to get tortured and battered and bruised and then killed, right? So he decided to save her from all of that and just kill her on the spot, right? And apparently he just drinks some booze or drink some water, drink some liquid, and he spits it out, and that's the projectile that he used to kill people in his new form as a chimera ant, right? So he's there explaining his whole past, his whole story, and he's giving his opinions on how before he didn't thought that soul exists, but then here he is, according to the story of Hunter x Hunter, having his life in the form of a new body, right? He remembers his past as a human, and he says that it's probably his soul wants to do something. His soul probably wants to explore a theme of sorts that he hasn't explored yet. That's why he still remembers his past, and that's why he's brought back to this existence of life as we know it. So he's there talking to this person, explaining to them that the person in front of them now, even though it's not the same girl that he killed, but this person in front of him now, which appears to be a girl with the same, right here, she has the same body of the person that he killed before. So he just wants to explain his thoughts, his situation to this person as a way to atone for his sins of sorts, right? But then basically all of a sudden we see this person, this girl, just begin talking and saying how he should be a servant to him for the rest of his life, and if he ever slips up, he will kill him mercilessly, right? And we see this image of fierceness, rage in this person. Well, it wasn't like really angry rage, but it was fierceness nonetheless. Like, this person was very serious. The person who was saying that if you slip up I'll kill you, she wasn't making any joke about that. She will kill you if you slip up. So basically this person was I'm guessing, looking back now, seeing as how everything played out, this person was trying to show him that he can't run away from his problems. You have to face them and deal with them. So even though he was trying to run away in that situation by wanting to walk away and just left things be, right? This person was telling him that, hey, you need to face up your fears, right? Face up your challenges. You need to face them head on. You can't run away from them. That's what I get. And even though he did it in a more rough, brutish manner, but that's basically the message that I get he was trying to portray. And then later it's revealed that this girl is actually Kite, right? Couple episodes back, we know that Kite survived in the form of a chimera ant body, right, of this little girl with red hair. But it seems that Kite has grown a lot in just the course of a probably couple weeks in the Hunter x Hunter storyline. So this girl, she looks like around 10 to 12 years old, right, in terms of age, and is actually Kite. So Gon came to Kite to apologize to him, and but basically, Kite tells him that, there's nothing to apologize for. The Pito was an enemy that he himself could not defeat, and the fact that Gon defeated that enemy, that says something. So, Kite was saying that, that is kind of consolation to him, to let him know that in a sense he made the right decision to protect Gon and let Gon live. So he tells Gon that, whatever happens, there will always be friends, and that he shouldn't worry about it. And then at the very end, after Gon was walking off into the sunset, we see that that Chimera and Koala Bear guy, he tells Kite that, he will live with him. That he realizes that he was trying to run away from his problems, but he'll face them now. So, in terms of sheer storytelling, it's not with Hunter x Hunter, it's not just action, it's not just violence, right? There's some deep, sentimental, emotional moments, right? There's always a theme to the story, and that's really what I love about Hunter x Hunter. It's always an overarching theme, of telling the story in brand new, different ways. It's genius in my opinion. But after that, the scene switches back over to Gon and Killua. How, Gon and Killua have been together on their journey for years now in terms of Hunter. Well, yeah, they've been on their journey together for a very long time. Even in terms of a Hunter x Hunter storyline, it's not like they are 5 years older now or anything, but they've been together for a long ass time, right? So they've been through a lot together, and it seems that now Killua, at least for the time being, is going to part his ways and go with Aluka to probably get her settled into living into society of sorts, while Gon, he's going to meet with his father, and then what happens after that, who knows. So they are parting ways for the first time in a very long time, right? The story has focused on them solely out of the four similar protagonists: Gon, Killua, Kurapika, and Leorio. Out of those four, for a period of the story, it's been just Gon and Killua, right? We've seen them been through a lot. So, their final parting ways, and both of them, they're kind of sad to leave each other. And we see, even in terms of Gon and Killua, I still see this, this yin yang dynamic, this dualism being there. And it's a very interesting theme to explore in this story, not just in terms of their personalities, but in terms of their powers as well. It's just refreshing to see that. So Gon, he basically apologized to Killua for all those mean stuff that he said because he was pissed off, but Killua, he understands, and they basically they basically forgive each other for certain things that happened in the past. Basically, in a sense, forget and move on, and they decided to then embark on their own separate journeys for a while. So Gon is going to go up the world tree, and upon them getting to the world tree area, the guide who was there is giving them the lowdown and the statistics of what happens for people who go up to the world tree. Like 3,000 people attempt the climb, but then at the end of the day, it's only about 30 get through. So that's like a huge percentage of failure rate, and it's crazy. But Gon and Killua, they're just having their time. They're just ignoring most of what he's saying and having fun anyways. So yeah, but I mean, they've been through so much, and they've including the Chimera and Arc. So going up this world tree that seems impossible for normal humans. Yeah, it's like nothing for them. They've already been through so much, so this is not that hard for them to overcome. Well, in Gon's case, it's not going to be that hard for him to overcome, anyways. So I can see why he didn't really pay attention to what the guy was saying, because he's been through worse, quite literally. I mean, he got to the point where he almost died. He said so himself. So he's been through a lot worse. So as I said, Gon and Killua, they finally part ways, and it seems like they're now entering into a new aspect of the story. But in terms of anime, the anime will just end within the next episode of Hunter x Hunter. But overall, it's been another amazing episode of Hunter x Hunter. I loved it very much. So that's it. That's my review. Remember to rate, comment, subscribe. Sayonara.